Hey everyone, Felix from Nintendo Life here, and today we're here to look at 15 tips for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Now, these tips might not be groundbreaking, but we have some controls that the game doesn't really tell you about, plus some hidden settings. Keep that in mind, we'll come back to it. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first tip here is to move the camera, and you can do that by clicking the R stick. And if you don't want it to be all the way out there, you can just click it again for it to zoom back to normal. If you're one of those persons that don't want to name your Pokemon, you just want Fuecoco, Quaxley, Sprigatito, well, there's a setting to turn off the naming process altogether. This setting can be found in the options menu under Give Nicknames. Now it will just skip the prompt altogether and it will just go straight to the menu where you could either add them to your party or to the box. This is especially useful if you're grinding, shiny hunting, because then you don't need to name all those Pokemon you're naming. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. Are you also tired of having a hat on in Pokemon? Well, if you didn't know, you can actually take it off. All you have to do is press left on the D-pad and then you go under the Outfits menu. Then go to Hats and then press X to remove your hat. This is a setting I love because I hate hats. The next tip is just remember to check your Pokédex every now and then by pressing the minus button, then going into the Pokémon Dex itself, and if you press X, you actually get rewards for how many Pokemon you've caught. These rewards also include rare evolution stones, so they are definitely worth your while. The next tip is also to do with the Pokédex, because it's a great way to find new Pokemon that you don't have. The Pokédex will show you the location and silhouette of Pokemon you haven't caught yet, as long as they're next to a Pokemon you've already caught. So you can't just find every Pokemon, it's limited to the ones. You get the gif. And one last tip for the Pokédex is remember to check in with the Professor Jack, because he will actually give you rewards on top of the rewards that you can get inside the Pokédex for filling out your Pokédex. That was a lot of Pokédexes. I'm ready to something new. So this next one was actually bothering me a lot, because it was that the minimap isn't always facing north. It was just so annoying, I was getting lost all the time, but with a simple Y button press, it locks on to always facing north, which is just really helpful and thus fixing my problem. So remember when I said plus some hidden settings? Told you we would come back to it. Well, we're at that point now. So this hidden setting is something that will help you if your game is corrupted or you've lost tons of hours of progress, because if you go to the title screen and then press X plus B plus up on the D-pad, then you will get taken to this secret menu screen. Here, the game has a backup of your save file, even if you don't have autosave turned on. You can also see how many hours you have in the game and yada yada. It's just really helpful, and I don't know why Pokemon decided it to be a secret cheat code or something to access that settings, but now you know, and hopefully you can spread the word to let many others know. So you want to move a bunch of Pokemon in or outside your box, but it gets tiresome to do with every single Pokemon. Luckily, you can just press the minus button and you get this box that you can draw around and then select a bunch of Pokemons and then move them all at once. The one catch is that you can't select just a bunch of random ones, you have to select them in this box, so just maybe manage your Pokemon first, so have all those you want to move in one nice tightly box or something, and then you can move all those at once. So this next one is cool for people who have other save data of Pokemon games on their Switch. He's talking about me! So what you want to do is talk to this lady at the bottom of the Mesogosa steps, and she'll tell you that she can read your past. If you agree to this, she'll give you a special phone case based on your Switch's save data. The more Pokemon games you've played on Switch, the more phone cases you can get. And each of these phone cases is themed around the Pokemon games that you've played on your Switch. Pretty neat, I would say. If you hit Pokemon in the back while sneaking, you'll get a free attack. This just makes it easier to either beat them or catch them, which is always a plus in my book. So this thing isn't a new feature, but it's still pretty cool. If you buy 10 Pokeballs of any type in one go, you'll get a Premier Ball as a reward. This scales up too, so if you buy 50 Pokeballs, you'll get 5 free Premier Balls. Unfortunately, they don't have any special effect. They work exactly like Pokeballs, with a 1x catch rate. They do look cool though, and you know what's even better? They're free. So if you feel it's very slow to climb up ladders, if you hold down the B button, you'll go faster. We don't have all day. Literally, I have to get on with this video, it's starting to get really long. What? The video's only like 5 minutes long. So this next one is also regarding the B button, because if you press it while running instead, you'll go from sprinting to doing this little slide, and it's just a really cool animation, and I don't know how useful this tip is, but it's a visually pleasing one. So we are at the last tip of the day, and this is regarding falling off cliffs. So you might already know this if you're one of the persons who like to fling yourself off things, but if you fall down, the phone will save you, there's no fall damage. But even cooler, if the fall was accidental, you can press Y and then it will get you back to where you were before that fall. You just have to be mindful that there is a time limit to this, so just be sure to press that Y button as soon as possible. And those were the 15 tips for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Did you know all of these already, or were there some that genuinely surprised you? Well, let us know down in the comments below, and maybe you have a tip or two that I didn't mention that you want others to know about. If you like this video, why don't you press B so you can click that subscribe button a little bit faster, and don't forget to check out our website nintendolife.com, where we have tons of Pokemon guides and even more tips and tricks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just in written form. Yeah, just go check it out. Stay safe, play some Pokemon games, and I'll see you in the next one. Felix from Nintendo Life, out.